Now, as we see, Kyle Busch did lead the most laps on the night, but as we will see as we get into the results now, Kyle Busch did not win this race. Christopher Bell won this race, and Daniel Hemrick even came in second. I don't want to hear any more of this talk about, oh, Cup drivers ruin the Xfinity races. Last night proved that that is not the case. Sure, most of the time when Kyle Busch comes into the Xfinity Series, he runs away with it, nobody can even touch him. That was not the case last night. Just because there are Cup drivers in the field does not mean the conversation flips to who's going to run second. There are guys in this Xfinity field that can outrun Cup guys, and that is the point of Cup guys being in these races. You want these young guys to be able to prove that they can outrun these top guys in the sport like Kyle Busch, like Brad Keselowski, like Joey Logano. You want them to be able to prove they can do that. And we had three Xfinity Series regulars last night that proved they can outrun Kyle Busch. Sure, Kyle Busch ended up in front of Justin Allgaier at the end of the race because Allgaier's car really fell off there at the end. But both Christopher Bell and Daniel Hemrick outran Kyle Busch last night and proved they can run with Kyle Busch and proved they have the talent to deserve a Cup Series ride. And that is why Cup regulars, that's why I do not have a problem with Cup regulars being in the Xfinity races, because it gives these Xfinity guys an opportunity to prove, hey, I have the talent to be able to run in the Cup Series. You don't get that when Cup regulars aren't in the field. If Kyle Busch wasn't in this race, sure, we would have still had a great race between Christopher Bell and Daniel Hemrick, but it wouldn't have quite been as fulfilling because Christopher Bell didn't beat Kyle Busch, Daniel Hemrick didn't beat Kyle Busch. So we're saying, okay, these guys are good, but how good are they really? Can they compete in the Cup Series? Or are they just good against each other? We know now they can beat Kyle Busch. We know that they are good enough to be in the Cup Series. That's why Cup regulars should be allowed to be in the Xfinity field, because it proves without a shadow of a doubt these guys have a talent and these guys should be in the Cup Series. You don't get that if Kyle Busch isn't in this race.